Welcome to the first ever episode of the J&J podcast. I'm your host, Johnny. I'm here along with my co-host, Joe, aka the Great One, the People's Champ. How you doing?
Thanks for that great introduction, Johnny. I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing very good. So we're here on October 31st. We're a month into the season. So for our first episode, we thought that it would be a good idea to just go over all the teams and all the divisions and see how everyone's doing. So we thought to start off with the Atlantic Division. Start off with
Absolutely.
Boston. Boston. So what do you think about them so far?
Boston lost Bergeron and Krejci, and they're the exact same team they were last year, at least in the regular season.
I
They
think
just they keep winning and winning, and yeah, their goaltending tandem is fantastic so far with Olmark and Swayman, and yeah, Pasternak is off to another great start. Marchand's there. They're getting Patra is looking like a real good young pickup there.
it must be something in the water in Boston because their teams are they're just always good. I mean, no matter what they put on the ice or on the court or on the field in football, they just always do well. Like you said, I mean, losing Bergeron, but Pavel Zacha stepped up as well. I find he's doing very
Yeah,
well. I think he
yeah.
scored the game winning goal. So Boston, I mean, they haven't lost in regulation either. You were
No,
saying
8
to
0
me
and 1.
earlier,
Yeah.
yeah,
And you know,
eight
like
on one.
I expected a bit of a decline, and it's a long season, we're only 9 games in, but so far, no rust for them.
These are important points at the beginning of the season to get. So they're doing well. Next off, we have Detroit. I mean, personally, I thought Detroit was going to do good anyways. I mean, they're always moving upwards every year. Dylan Larkin's looking good.
Yeah.
Raymond looked like he's coming back, after his sophomore slump. How it usually goes in their second year. He's doing well in his third. I'm not quite sure what you think as well.
Well, it's been quite of a long rebuild in Detroit, I feel. It's what been at least 7 8 years they've been at this, and now you can finally see
Uh,
the young players start to develop. Moritz Seider's looking really really good now, and that's it. And the addition of Brinkat was huge. I mean, he's just tearing it up right now. So yeah, the
Not to
Red Wings are
mention,
really. Yeah, not to mention him, and also
mm,
Ville Husso's playing fantastic in nets for them. They finally have a goaltender, giving them some stable net minding. So yeah, the Red Wings are looking up. And then the hometown team here, the Montreal Canadiens, they're a bit of a surprise with 5 wins already in the young season.
I know it pains you to say that, but you
Yeah,
can
a
say it. You can
little.
say it with a
Yeah,
smile.
a little, a little. But again, it's a
Nah,
long season.
exactly. We're 5-2-2. I mean, we lost yesterday to Vegas in Vegas. We still played good. I expected a blowout. I mean, I called it 4-0 before the game started. It's always a tough building, like I said, to play there, but we played well, especially with the injuries that we have. Like I don't personally think they could keep this up, but I'll take it while I can. While we're up, I'll take it. Not much to say. Sean Monahan is probably the most surprising player on the team. He did well to begin with, but obviously with the injuries, he set him back a little bit. But he's doing well now, so can't complain about anything. Montembeau played very well last night as well. He's looking good. Had some Carey Price moments, to say the least, but we won't compare him just yet.
Well, they're going to need to play like Price to, make a run here.
Yeah, I don't know if we'll compete, but one could always hope. Next, Toronto. What do you think about them? They're in fourth place,
I mean,
5-2-1.
the Leafs talk to me in the playoffs.
Sorry?
Talk to me in the playoffs.
Yeah, I know.
Because they're gonna get their 9,500 points. They'll get in, but then it's what do you do in the playoffs?
Yeah, nothing.
Tyler Bertuzzi, and they got what Tyler Bertuzzi, Ryan Reeves, Max Domi.
Yeah,
Yeah,
honest
and
mistake.
yeah, honest
I,
mistake,
I
but
I don't.
they had to add some toughness.
Yeah, but I don't know. I watched a couple of games. I don't really see them. The additions that you mentioned, I don't see them making a difference. The additions that you just mentioned, Bertuzzi's off to a slow start. I mean,
Yeah,
like you said, they're being physical, but at least looking like the Leafs. I mean, they're not doing bad. I mean, Austin Matthews came out of the gate,
yeah, back to
two
back
hat
hat
tricks.
tricks.
Yeah, back to
Yeah,
back hat
yeah,
tricks. Don't expect anything less from him. Next, we got Tampa, obviously missing their number one goalie. Johansson's playing well. The team's playing
yeah.
well, I guess, as well as you could. A little bit on the older side of the team, but
Well,
they're in
Tampa's
the middle
just
of
a
the
team
pack.
that they just have to get in, and then
Yeah,
it
talk.
gets every year. I mean, they don't have to be in first every year to get in. They just get into the playoffs, and then you see what happens because they're an established team. They've won a lot of veterans, so that's how I feel about Tampa Bay.
Yeah, no, the teams, the players are doing well. I mean, Kucherov's still doing good. Stamkos is still, I think he's almost a point per game. Got him in my fantasy, so Yeah, we'll see how they do towards the end there. Like you said, once it comes to playoffs. Next we got Florida. You know, they went to the finals last year. I was kind of lucky the way they got in, when
Yeah,
Chicago
a bit
beat
of a
Pittsburgh.
fluky run. Yeah, they caught fire at the
But
right time. Bobrovsky was standing on his head
exactly.
for
I
a
mean,
lot
if
of
they
that
didn't make
run.
the playoffs last year, I guess them being towards the bottom wouldn't be a surprise. But I guess because they did so well in the playoffs, then me at the bottom is a concern. I mean, Kachuk doesn't really. I don't know if he's not playing that well.
Well, no, he's been off
Barkov's
to a slow
playing well.
start, but they
Yeah,
also don't have Montour. They don't have Ekblad thus far.
true. Yeah, the
Sam
injuries.
Bennett's been out. He came back last night and got injured again. So they're dealing with some
to,
injuries. Yeah,
to your dismay, yes.
yeah, to my dismay.
And we'll put them together with the Ottawa Senators and the Buffalo Sabres at the end, 7 and 8. I mean, personally, and I'm sure you thought as well. I thought they'd take a step forward
I did.
this year. It's not looking like it. It's not looking like it. I try to figure out what it is. I mean, for Brady Kachuk for Ottawa's playing well. Buffalo, I mean, Tage Thompson started off slow. Seems like he's starting to score a bit more, but honestly, I don't have a reason for why they're at the
Yeah,
bottom.
those they haven't really impressed either team thus far. But again, it's 8, 9 games into the season. It's a long season, and they're young teams. And also, they're in a pretty tough. We've gone through the division. It's a pretty tough division. So I mean, there's going to have to be someone who comes in last.
That's true. That's true. I guess we all expected the Habs to be last, but
Oh yeah,
I'm thankful for it. I'm
they
thankful
still
that we're
can.
not. Okay, so that sums up the Atlantic. We're gonna go down to the Metro, and on top we have the Rangers. I mean, no surprise. They won last night in overtime. Zibanejad scored the game-winning goal. Everyone they're firing at all cylinders, and I'm not surprised. They're doing very well. Everyone's playing their part. They're 7-2 with 14 points. It's what I expected from them.
Yeah, I had the Rangers winning the division before the season. They have great goaltending, great defense, awesome forwards. Panarin, Zibanejad. Ryder's been great again to start this season. So yeah,
Yeah,
I expect the Rangers to win that division and make a run in the playoffs.
yeah. I
I
mean,
find they're due.
yeah, that's it. I mean, they always play well. Like you said before, we will see it in the playoffs. Next we got Carolina. Carolina 6-4. They're playing okay. I mean,
Yeah.
nothing really stands out to me
Well,
personally.
they got Aho back now, so that's going to help out a lot.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
I believe
Anders.
Anderson's been out also.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. He's been playing well. Kotkaniemi has been almost a
Yeah.
point per game.
Yeah. He's been a
Well,
bit of a sleeper.
yeah, I think we'll see his breakout season and something that Habs want to see all along, but good for him. Next we got Devils. I mean, Jack Hughes. I mean, we talk about him all the time,
One of
leading
the
the
most
league in
exciting
points.
teams to watch.
Yeah, he's so much fun to watch, especially playing with his brother as well. I'm sure he's pumped up
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah.
They're playing well. Dougie Hamilton on the back end. I mean, that guy just shoots from everywhere. He always wants to score.
Yeah.
It looks like when I watch him play.
And now we're
They're
kind of seeing the emergence again of Tyler Toffoli. Timo Myers starting to chip in because he didn't get off to a great start last year when they acquired him at the deadline. So that's it. If they can get those guys going, I know Dawson Mersh has been off to a really slow start. I don't even think he has a point yet. But
I
yeah, like
I
if they
don't.
can start getting some secondary scoring from him, yeah, the Devils will be right up there with the Rangers competing.
I exactly. I think that I mean also Carolina, but I think the Devils caused the biggest problem for the Rangers.
Yeah, I could see the Devils and Rangers finishing 1-2 in that division when it's all said
Yeah.
and done.
Next we got the Islanders. The Islanders, I mean, no one really talks about them. Whenever you watch, anyone talk about them, you always count them out, but they're always in. I mean,
Yeah,
they always make the play. Well, they don't always make the playoffs, but in the past couple of years, they were always there. And I mean, they don't score a lot. They're gonna play their defensive game. Sorokin
they,
in that
exactly.
phenomenal.
Yeah,
So they got they're gonna win those 1-0 games. I find Barzal is playing a little bit better. But hopefully, hopefully they could go at least make it to the playoffs, and we'll see how it goes. Next, now we're going down to the Washington Capitals. The Capitals
yeah.
look horrendous to me.
Well, yeah, they're 4-3, but like I group them in with like the Penguins. Like I think it's just a team that's starting to, come down on the decline a little, in my opinion. They're getting older. They do have some younger guys in the lineup. So yeah, that's how I kind of see the Capitals. I think their window has come and gone, just the same way I feel about Pittsburgh.
Yeah, yeah, we'll get to them. Next we got the Flyers. They started off well. They got
Yeah,
9 points, 4-4-1. I found they started off well. I mean, Couturier is back. He's looking good. He's I think he has like 6 or 7 points in nine games. They started to lose some games of most
yeah.
recent, but I don't know. I think they could be a dark horse to me. I think if Tortorella has them playing well,
Just the division they're in, I don't think they're going to be there
uh,
at the end of the
maybe a
season.
wild card.
I don't. Yeah, but even at that, because also there's a lot of good teams in the Eastern Conference, and I don't see the Flyers getting in at all.
Okay. Next we got Columbus. Columbus, second last. I have nothing good to say about them. I
Well, they
have
went through a little
absolutely
bit of a controversy there early in the season with Babcock. They were supposed to have him
yeah,
as the head
that's true.
coach.
That's true.
Patrick Laine once again injured. Who knows how long he'll be out for? So yeah, Columbus
Goudreau,
is yeah, he's off to a very slow start as well.
yeah, scoreless
Yeah,
and nine. He's zero shooting percentage. I don't want to get into it. Next and last Pittsburgh. I mean,
yeah.
Pittsburgh is a bit of a surprise to me. I mean, I know they had a Carlson who's he's playing
Well,
well, but the team is not playing well.
well, I mean,
Um, la-
Carlson wanted to go to a contender, win a cup, but I think he just ended up on the wrong team because the Penguins to me are a team on the decline, and they traded a lot to get him. So that
yeah, I
yeah,
mean, he did have a giveaway last night, which led to the shorthanded goal, game-winning goal, to
right,
make
yeah,
Mason
Mason,
McTavish.
exactly.
So we'll see how they do. Next, I mean, we'll go over to the West.
Yeah,
In the Central over there, we got Colorado in first place. No surprise there,
not much to
right?
say about the Avs. You know,
No, they're always gonna
they're gonna make the playoffs. They'll make a run like they always do.
probably going to the finals again. Had a little scare with McCarr there, going down behind the net,
Yeah,
but
missed practice today. Hopefully, it's not a
did he?
long-term injury. Yeah, he missed practice
Okay,
today.
I didn't read that. Okay. Well, exactly, but either way, I mean, they have a lot of depth, so I'm not worried about that, especially their defense. Next we have Dallas Stars, another team to me, almost like the Islanders. I always count them out because they're like older. I mean, they do have some young guys, but they're always at the top. They
Yeah,
always do well.
I'm high on Dallas. I expect them to compete with Colorado for the division. I mean, they have one of the best goalies in the NHL with Ottinger, and now you can kind of, you know, their forward group is pretty good. And now you can also see the emergence of like Wyatt Johnson, who's coming
Phenomenal.
along with
He is. He's
Jason
doing really well.
Robertson and Rope Hint. So yeah,
He's
I think the
picking it up,
Stars.
Robertson as well.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
Uh, yeah. I mean, you're not wrong. Next we got the Winnipeg Jets. I mean, they lost
yeah,
last night,
yeah.
but to the Rangers. But I mean,
They're an up and down team. You know, like
yeah, they're not very
I'm not that
consistent.
sold on the Jets. No, they're
No,
very exactly. They're very inconsistent.
yeah. I mean, Halifax playing well. I find I watch a couple of their games as well. I find he's playing well, but other than him, no one else really stands out
Well,
or is being as consistent as him. Next, we got the Predators, who are a 500 team. Saros is playing well. I find. If they do make a push for the playoffs, I feel like he'll be the key component.
Well,
Um,
the Preds are a little thin up front. I think they're gonna struggle to score goals. I mean, their goaltending and their defense will keep them in, but yeah, I think they're gonna be on the bubble to try and get in.
yeah, we'll see how it goes. Like I said, that's what it comes down to the goalies, right? Goalies win you games. Next, we got the Arizona Coyotes, who had a blowout win last
Four
night.
and four. It's
Four and four,
a
fifth,
couple more
fifth.
wins than I thought they'd have at this point.
They had an 8-1 win last night against the Blackhawks. I mean, it's not no big deal, but still 8 goals
Yeah,
in a game is still
they're a very young team. You know, their time will come one day. You know, I don't think it's right now.
yeah, exactly. Do you think they'll make a push or no? They'll just fall behind towards the end.
I think also the division that they're in, I think eventually they'll falter because I still see like Colorado, Dallas, and Minnesota being there at the top when it's all said and done.
Absolutely. Okay, agreed. Next we got Minnesota,
Yeah,
who I'm a little bit surprised about. I
yeah,
mean,
they're off to a slow start.
yeah, I thought Gustafson was a good addition. I thought he was well, a good addition. He usually does well. Kaprizov is doing well. You know, their top players are playing well. That's for
Hartman's off
sure.
to a great start this year.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I don't know what it is. I guess it's more of the defensive side. Maybe they need to add something eventually.
well,
Uh,
they're giving up a lot of goals to start the
yeah,
year.
If
Yeah.
if they do, I guess get close to the playoffs, we'll set a trade deadline what they do. Next we got St. Louis. St. Louis, I mean, I
Another
didn't.
team, in my opinion, that's kind of on the decline.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think it's time
they're
for a
struggling.
rebuild. I think it's time for a
Definitely.
rebuild. And last we got the Blackhawks. So the Blackhawks are where exactly what we thought they would be. I mean, dead
Exactly. I
last,
mean,
but are
you look at their rosters, you got Bedard, Hall. It's
yeah,
very
Hall's
thin.
injured. Hall's injured
So
anyways,
there you
right?
go.
So,
Yeah.
but they're doing well. I mean, he has 6 points in 9 games. He scored last night as well as fourth. So I mean, at least there's a little bit of glimmer of hope. And then we'll go to the last division, the Pacific, led by the Vegas Golden Knights, a team I despise. Also, like
That makes two of us.
I hate them, but also haven't lost in regulation. They're
Yeah.
9-1, winning
Yeah.
against the Habs last night. But they're a
I mean,
good team up and down the
they already have
lineup.
an they already have an 8 point lead on the division from second place
Yeah, I don't
Vancouver.
see
So
them. Yeah,
yeah,
I mean, I don't see them like Colorado. Colorado. I mean, I see them winning the division. They have a good line, up and down the line, like I was saying. I mean, last night their third and fourth line were scoring. It wasn't even their top players. And Aiden Hill came into his own. He's doing well. So, I mean, they're right where they left off. Next, we have Vancouver, a team I always liked. They're doing well. I mean, they're in second place right now.
yeah.
A lot. I like a lot of their team. I love Pedersen. He's doing well. I mean, Brock Besser is coming back a little bit, so I'm happy to see that.
Vancouver to me was a team that really underperformed the last few years. And I
Yeah,
think they were a
well
lot
said.
better than what they showed. And yeah, I think this year you're kind of seeing it. They beat the Oilers twice to start the year. They had a hell of a game on Saturday with the Rangers. So yeah, I think the Canucks will be a team that can sneak into the playoffs this year.
Yeah,
Especially they have good goaltending as well with Demko there.
yeah. We'll see how they do against Nashville tonight. Then we got LA Kings. I did expect them to well. I mean, I love Kopitar. I mean, he's a great leader. They also added Zubois, who's playing very
Yeah,
well. Zubois is
yeah.
playing very well. So I like what they're doing. I like LA Kings. They're doing well, and I really don't got much else to say about them. They're right where I thought they'd be.
They're a team more built for playoff hockey. Like the last few years when they played the Oilers, they gave them a run for their money. And yeah, they're a big, heavy team.
Yeah. Next we got the Anaheim Ducks.
Big
I'm loving
surprise
what.
so far. Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
think we
Five
both
and
love what.
four.
Yeah, we both love what they're doing. The emergence of Mason McTavish, like we talk about together, looking like the third overall pick that he was supposed to be. So glad to see that for them.
Absolutely.
Next, we got Seattle. Um, Seattle. I mean, I thought I would see Shane Wright this year, but they still let him. They sent him down. They're doing okay. I mean, they're scoring goals. Once again, if they make the playoffs, it's going to be down to the last couple of games, I think.
Seattle's a team. I don't know what to make of them because last year
Yeah,
they sneak into the playoffs. They beat Colorado.
yeah,
So yeah, I'm not really sure what to make of the
yeah. Well,
Kraken at the moment.
they got. I mean, I find it. Well, they have a bunch of misfits, right? Same thing like Vegas, the way they start off.
Yeah,
Expansion team, but they play well. Like even when they signed Yamamoto. I
yeah,
mean, he also
Yamamoto's
scored last night. He's doing okay. He's doing okay. So we'll see where they go.
yeah,
Next, we got your Edmonton
and it's
Oilers.
yeah
Do
the
you even
Oilers.
want
I
to talk
mean,
about them?
I can talk about them for an hour. I mean, they they still have the same problem with keeping pucks out of their net and defensive zone coverage and stuff. I mean, the one thing about the Oilers is they finally getting Matthias Ekholm back healthy because he missed all the training camp and preseason with an
He
injury.
did.
He got yeah. So I mean, I think the Oilers will eventually get rolling. I still expect them to make the playoffs. I mean, Vegas has what is it now? They have a 14-point lead on them already. I know it's early in the
Yeah,
season, but that's pretty
yeah,
big to overcome already.
yeah.
Yeah, but I expect the Oilers to turn it around.
Do you think they need to add something? Do you think the problem is this is the
Well,
defense? Do you think it's just the defense?
Well, they also secondary scoring. Their game on Sunday against the Calgary Flames in the Heritage Classic, it was the first time they got a point from their bottom six. So, I
That's
mean,
true. Yeah, when you mean secondary
it's
scoring, yeah.
you need
Okay.
secondary. You can't always rely on
Uh,
McDavid and
Yeah,
Draisaitl and Nugent Hopkins and Hyman.
exactly. Evander
Yeah,
Kane.
and they
So
also
so
they signed Connor Brown. He's done nothing. Doesn't have a point for them so far, and he was supposed to
shoot,
be one
wasn't
of
he
the
supposed to
big.
play on the top line?
Well,
with
he
McDavid.
started the season on top line with McDavid and did nothing with him
Nothing
and
was
Kane.
clicking.
No,
Yeah. Well, so but look, it's like still a long way to go.
yeah,
Hopefully they do. Next we got Calgary, who looks abysmal.
they're a
Uh,
disaster.
everyone there, yeah, yeah, to say the
Well,
least. I mean, no one's playing well. No one's
well,
playing well.
I read
Um,
today that they're not negotiating any more
no,
contracts with their players. Yeah, I
Hannafin, I
mean,
think it was Hannafin,
yeah,
one of them. I mean, Markstrom is playing okay, I guess.
yeah.
But no, like,
Huberdeau and Nat Kadri have been big
yeah,
disappointments to start the year. Yeah,
they're
even going
nowhere
back
to
to last year.
they're nowhere to be seen. Yeah, I thought it'd be different. Last year for Huberto, anyways, it was his first year with them, so it's gonna be growing pains. But I mean, right now, there's no excuse right now, right? And last, I mean, the San Jose Sharks, excuse me. I mean, they haven't won a game, so no
So I
one
don't know what
cares.
there's. Yeah, I don't
No
know what
one,
is to talk about San Jose.
no
Yeah,
one cares. I mean, they're doing, they're probably going for the first overall pick. I mean,
yeah, I
uh,
agree.
they don't really have any bright spots. I mean, Zadina scored a few goals. People counted him out as a prospect, but I saw he scored a few goals. So, I mean, they have William Eklund, who looks like he's playing okay. But I mean, other than that, I mean, there's no bright spots. And yeah, that's pretty much
Well,
it for all the teams. We'll see where the season takes us. I'm excited. We have a lot of surprises that I'm sure we'll talk about in the future. And until next time, Joe.
it was great doing this first podcast with you, Johnny.
I know too many more.